I don't know if this is working or not. Let's see. Oh, I guess it is. Look at that. Hey, this is Rick. I'm up at the church. Guess what? We're going to have church this week. We're going to actually be here. Some of you want to figure out, well, how is it going to look different? What's it going to be like? Well, here's a brief tour. First, you're going to come in these doors. You're not coming in the front doors or the doors you're used to. These really are the front doors. This is the north end of the church. This is the area we'd like you to come into. These doors will be propped open, kind of like you see now. And I'm going to close them on me as I walk in because, well, it's in the afternoon and there's no one here yet. But you come in, the doors will be open. You'll be able to walk right in. But then you're going to notice the foyer looks a lot different. We've kind of taken things out. There's going to be TVs, and they're going to have instructions on them. Oh, I'm getting the ceiling there. I'm using a new piece of equipment that, well, frankly, I'm not real good at yet. You'd think something I got myself for Christmas I'd be able to use, but it's not the case. So you'll come in, and again, there's no place to stop. There's no place to get coffee. There's no donuts. There's not much until you get over here to the kids' check-in area, and that looks a little different. So parents, be ready, be prepared when you come for the second service to check your kids in, and this is where they'll go. But again, no coffee, no donuts, no place to sit, stand around, hang out, have fellowship. It's not really like church, but that's the reality we got right now. So when you come in, there's going to be a couple other changes you need to be aware of. The biggest one, right here. Oh, come on, make this thing work. Look at that. Hand sanitizer. If you haven't used it when you walk in the door, grab some. And then when you come in the door, and you come into the sanctuary, you're going to see these little signs, and you're going to see what looks like crime scene tape on the chairs. Those are rows we can't have you sitting in. We have to maintain social distance. But it is what it is. The other thing we're going to ask is that if you sit as a family unit, that's great. You can all sit together, but put 3 chairs between you and the next family so that we maintain that social distance. And again, you'll notice all the back rows are marked off. So that's also to maintain social distance as we exit. So we ask that you be prepared. The other thing that we're going to ask, and it's a big ask, and we know that because it's a big change. If you're here first, one of the first ones in, come down and sit towards the front. I know that's not the Baptist way. We're not Baptists. We used to be. But come down and sit towards the front. Now, the other part of that is if you're late in here, you're going to end up closer to the back. And if you're closer to the back, that's a good thing because, well, when it's time to go home, when the service is done, we're going to ask you to leave from the back towards the front instead of fill from the front to the back. When you're done, leave from the back, exit out, and on your way out or on your way in. The other thing that's new, offering boxes. We really would appreciate you take your time and drop your offering in here. Leave it for us so that we can continue to take care of the needs of this body and this church family. When you exit out, well, exit out. Can't stand around. There ain't nowhere to stand around in here, so you're going to have to go out. Right outside. Oop, that one's stuck. And then if you want to talk and you want to continue to have fellowship and see people you haven't seen in a while, take it out, put it in a parking lot. People will be really happy to hang out and talk to you out there. But if we really got to try and do our best to get along with the rules that we've been given. None of us are real thrilled with it, but it's the reality that we've got. If you come in here and you're part of the staff, you got a whole different set of rules. If you're one of the volunteers, you sing in the worship team, you work on the tech crew, you're in the worship band, or if you're preaching, and the children, they got a whole different set of rules they got to follow. So, folks, when you come in, boink, you're going to come in those north doors, the actual main doors of the facility. You'll come in, you'll go into the sanctuary, you'll take a seat front first towards the back, and this will be an opportunity for some of you to sit places you've never sat before. You know, you don't have to sit like my family when we're not in the booth. We sit in the back row over here, but that back row is gone. We can't sit there now. So where would we sit? Well, we could sit one row up, that's available, or we could go over, or we could go over there, clear over to the other side, or we could come over on this side, sit somewhere, or we could go on the far side, or you know where else you can go? Look at this. You can go all the way down front and sit in the front row. Look at that, front row free. Yeah, I know, you get the first seat, you get to be in the front row. And there's a reason that they want us to have people come in and sit to the front first and then exit to the back first, because they don't want people crossing. So remember that. We are looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. I hope you took care of getting your reservation in. If you didn't, well, it's after 5 o'clock and the reservation system's closed for this week. We'd really like to see you. We're hoping that this only lasts for a couple weeks and then we can all be together again. Look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. For those of you that can't come, that first service we're going to post as soon as we possibly can. The second service we will record and we'll post that also later in the afternoon. The first service we'll post directly onto YouTube, so you'll be able to see it there. The second service we'll post directly to Facebook after the end of the service. So the other thing is there won't be any interactive service with everybody because they're all going to be here. But we look forward to seeing you. We really do. Take a few minutes, pray for the pastors, the staff, the volunteers. Pray for our city leaders, our county leaders, the state leaders, and our national leaders. Pray that they have the wisdom and direction that they need to make the decisions that they must make. And Lord, we just really want them to feel your hand upon them, as only prayer can cause to happen. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. See you guys.